This event was the culminating event of Eracism 101, which is a day-long teach-in that was organized by a group of faculty here at Murray State. And then it culminated with this event, which was a panel discussing race and courage in the age of Yik Yak.
We tend to think about our experience of race as something that is overt, where someone says a word to you that is derogatory. And my experience of race on campus has mostly been very subtle. My experiences as a faculty member in interactions with other faculty members.
This day has been pretty phenomenal. I think it's went a lot better than we expected. I mean, I think we always hoped for a good turnout, but especially when you're talking about an uncomfortable conversation like race, we're not always sure how people are going to participate and how they're going to take to the topic. What does it look like as a campus to deal with race in a courageous way in the age of Yik Yak, when we have folks who are willing to go online and spew hate and make comments that are about discouraging this conversation? What does it look like for us to continue to move this conversation forward? So we had a lot of people speaking to those issues.
I need to apologize.
You apologize. I see. And what words did you come here tonight expecting to hear? Oh, that's all right. Never mind that you deceived me. Never mind that you perpetrated a hoax on all your readers. I forgive you. You cannot apologize for this, Mr. Leonard. Not to me and not to them.
We had discussions around the telling of stories and who has the right to tell the authentic story, and the connection of authenticity to racism as well, recognizing racism is not only about interpersonal issues, but also about the structural and systemic issues that affect certain people versus others.
Why is the author more important than the words?
There's nothing else to discuss.
Black marks on white paper. Because of them, miraculously, the world that exists in one mind is recreated in another. It's sights, it's sounds, it's texture. Something is communicated. Yet none of it matters because the hand holding the pen has the wrong skin color.
But then we also had some conversations that looked at racism in a wide variety of ways, recognizing bigotry as something that can happen regardless of a person's racial background and regardless of the race, that we all have the capacity to be racist in that bigoted way with other people interpersonally. So, I mean, we went through a variety of conversations that really were about recognizing what the issue is here at Murray, what we need to do in terms of addressing it, and how to make sure what we do is fruitful.
As an example, we had an issue with the comm department. Honestly, sometimes students don't have voices. Like, let's be legit. Like, there's some students in the audience that would possibly agree with this. Like, whenever it comes to diversity issues, you feel like you don't have a voice. So you take to Yik Yak to, like, maybe talk about those things. That happened in our Comm 161 class. Someone didn't agree with something. They went on and made a comment about someone sacrificing to the tornado because this girl was on my nerves. And the comm teacher came in just blowing his lid. But that was the one way that woman felt like she couldn't, or person felt like that she had a medium.
We decided to do the teach-in because it was very clear to us, for people who went there after Ferguson, the protest that happened connected to Ferguson, that we wanted to do something to help people be clear about what we were talking about when we were talking about racism, and to be clear about the realities of race and racism in this day and age, even on our campus in real time. And so we're very responsive to the fact that people are still doing, even today, as we were having conversations, people were going to Yik Yak. And I think it's pretty telling, because I think it clarifies the idea that this issue is real. This is not something that's fabricated or made up. Even in real time, we have people who are willing to go and spew hate. And so for that reason, we need to continue these conversations. We need to keep pressing the agenda. We need to keep making everyone accountable for the realities of race and embracing racial diversity in all of its forms on our campus and in our global society as a whole.